Hello friends. Hello friends. My name is Mohammed Ryan and welcome to Cloud Geek YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start a new series which is called PfSense. Okay, it's everything about PfSense. Okay. See, like PfSense is an open source firewall. Okay, we can deploy. It's based on FreeBSD. So we can install it easily on physical hardware or the virtual machine, or the virtual machine like VMware or VirtualBox. Okay, it can be configured and upgraded through a GUI, okay, web-based interface. Okay, so we don't need to have a knowledge of CLI. We can easily manage the PfSense firewall through the GUI, web-based interface itself. Okay, we can manage everything from the browser itself. Okay, we don't need to have knowledge of CLI. Okay, we can even if we have knowledge of CLI, we can manage through the CLI, or we can go ahead and we can configure via the web-based interface like GUI. Okay, in the browser itself. And look, the PfSense is an open source project. Okay, it's a big community. Okay, based on firewall. Many of the top enterprise today are using the PfSense in their perimeter. Okay, you can deploy it like you can replace the Cisco ASA with the PfSense firewall. Cisco ASA, Cisco Adaptive Security Appliance, it's a next generation firewall. Cisco says they have another power like called Cisco Firepower. Okay, the power behind the Cisco Firepower is the snod. Snod is a package in PfSense. You can easily deploy and use it as you go. Okay, and no, in the Cisco the PfSense firewall is software. Okay, PfSense firewall is a software-based firewall. So you just need to install on any machines. Okay, any machine you can deploy it and you can use it as a firewall. That's very simple one. And then NetGet, the company behind the PfSense firewall, NetGet by the PfSense for that software itself authorized, and still it's open source. But NetGet sell their own hardware by installing the PfSense on it. Okay, on top of their own hardware, they install the PfSense. Okay, you can buy the PfSense firewall from the NetGet, or you can install it on your own on some PC, some PC. Okay, that's fine. And next thing is the features. What all the features you can get while in PfSense, like VPN. Okay, you can set up the VPN. Sorry, yeah, you can set up the VPN and high availability. If one LAN high availability instance like multi WAN, you can configure the multi WAN or multi LAN. Okay, for instance, if one LAN connection goes down, it automatically take up the other another LAN. High availability. In order to maintain high availability, PfSense provide these features. Load balancing. You have different load balancing algorithm like HA proxy as a reverse. You can use as a reverse proxy, for instance. Okay, if you're deploying the PFC, if you're running for example, mail server behind in your line in your network, you can use the PFSense as a perimeter firewall, and you can configure the load balancing. You have the package called HA proxy, which is used as a reverse proxy, and it will take the request from the client on behalf of the client. It will take if all the requests will be redirected to the HA proxy, and then HA proxy make a request on behalf of the client on behalf of the client to the web server, mail server, or whatever the server you have behind them. And the next thing is traffic shaper. Okay, traffic shaping. Okay, let's say if someone is downloading some torrent, downloading something on use by using torrent. Okay, all the bandwidth is consumed by that person itself. Okay, so in order to avoid restriction, you need to based upon the priority, you can give certain band limitation. Okay, bandwidth limitation, like VoIP should have I mean voice over IP, I mean VoIP should have higher priority than the data. Okay, like that you can configure based upon your requirement. And the captive portal, it's for example, if you are running a hotel, so you're providing the Wi-Fi based upon the tokens or password like that. And UTM device, UTM, unified thread management. Okay, it's a device. UTM is a device like UTM is nothing but it's all the features of firewall, routers, IDS, IPS. All the features are bundled. I mean bundled into a single device, which is called UTM device. Every feature, all features of the networking, starting from the networking, security, every functionality should be bundled and built in into the one device, which is called UTM, Unified Thread Management. And next thing is firewalls and router. These, as you know, the firewalls and router, these are work on layer 3 devices. If you want to communicate one network to another network, you need layer 3 device like firewalls and network routers. You can use PFSense as a firewall or router. And next thing is DNS or DHCP server. DNS, for instance, like if you want to resolve some particular, if you want to resolve your IP, look, DNS is a then domain name system, for it's a IP to name to IP conversion. Okay, let's say you know google.com. What is google.com? But actually how you know the google.com resolve the IP. Google is resolving the IP to its own, like 8.8.8.8.4.8.4.4, like this IP resolving. Okay. DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol, it provides the IP address to the to your line. Okay, to your line or anything. DHCP server providing the IP to the client. Okay, DHCP client. IDS and IPS. IDS, intrusion detection system. IPS, intrusion prevention system. When if there is any thread in your network, IDS detection system, it will detect, and then the IPS step in order to stop that bad traffic, or stop those block the traffic. Okay. And transparent caching proxy, it's like a proxy. It's a proxy, like we are in PfSense, we are using squid as a caching proxy. Whatever the request goes from your end, from your line, it will be cached. Okay, because next time some other user requests the same thing, he will not go to the internet and ask the same thing again and again from the internet, because it will have some latency. Okay, in order to reduce the latency, caching is very important and very helpful in order to speed up your required process of the browsing. Okay, caching is very important. Then web content filtering. In PfSense we have a package called squid guard in order to web content filter, in order to blocking the URL, certain URL, in order to block the bad URLs or like that. Okay? And many more features, enterprise features we have in PfSense server. So the conclusion I am here. So what I'm conclude is all-in-one solution for network security. PfSense is a network-based firewall. You can deploy it on your network, and all your users behind the network, all the behind those PfSense device are protected. Okay, from malwares or bad traffic. Okay. Also, I suggest all networks should have those configuration. Even though Cisco provides the same level, even though we have some enterprise firewall like the Cisco ASA as adaptive security appliance, FortiGate, and many F5. These are all the enterprise level firewall. They also have similar features what PfSense are providing. So I suggest that PfSense is the best firewall in my point of view, because there is large number of community, large contribution to those community, PfSense community. It's a bigger community. Okay. And thank you. And I need your feedback to make a more video on PfSense. Thank you.